This is a walkthrough of AI columns inside of Monday.com. By the way, if you'd like us to help you set up Monday.com for your business, check out the link in the description below. Anyway, as you can see here, I'm inside of our example Monday.com system. Now, in today's video, I'm just going to be exploring AI columns, kind of demonstrating to you the options that are available, how to access them, how they work, limitations, and so on and so forth. So you can see here, I'm on a board. AI columns can be added to any board inside of Monday.com. All you need to do is press the plus button and then just go to more columns, and you will see you've got this AI powered option on the left-hand side here in your category section. And then all we need to do is select that, and then we will see we have all of these different options here. Now, a lot of the AI columns are based on a standard text column, which you can then convert into an AI column. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But if you want to use an AI column, all you need to do, just like any other column, is press add to board. So to give you an example, automatically get a summarized version of your chosen input. So you select an input, and then the AI column will summarize the input. Again, we've got assign labels, use AI to automatically assign the relevant label to each item, prioritize with AI, use AI to prioritize items. So we've got tons of different options here. You can kind of walk through them. Custom AI prompts, summarize updates, assigning people based on different data points that you tell the AI to use to assign to people, generate documents, extracting from information from files or extract data from files, improving text, writing with AI, extracting info. You've got a whole host of different options with the AI functionality inside of Monday.com. Now, of course, just like with any AI function, there are limitations. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but needless to say, it is worth testing. Now, to begin with, I would just start with the basics, right? Prioritize with AI, use AI to prioritize items. So to give you an idea, if you click an AI column, you're going to get this pop-up screen on the right-hand side here. So what you need to do is you need to set up the AI column. This goes for, like I said, any AI column. You need to tell the AI which text to analyze. So you can see we've got item name, person, date, or updates, and then any other data points that you have on the board, you'd be able to select as the text that the AI is going to analyze. And then we're using the prioritize function within AI. So labels to assign, and it'll be critical, high, medium, low. Those are the labels we have on our prioritize column, okay? And of course, those different options would be dependent on the status options that you have. Now, you can then add additional instructions as well. Now, the priority function is pretty obvious, right? Whereas if you've got more specific status columns for your business, you might need to provide additional instructions to assign different labels based on the data point that we're analyzing. So if it's, let's say, a product type, for example, you would analyze the requirement of the client, which might automatically assign the product type, as an example, okay? And then down the bottom here, you might not be able to see it. You've got apply to all 5 existing items. You can tick or untick this. That means that the AI will run on all of the items that are already in the board. Or if you untick it, it will just start from fresh. So essentially any new items that are added. And then all you need to do is just hit save and apply, okay? So now, if I change the name of this particular item to very important, the idea being that the AI is going to analyze the item name, which is the text in this instance, and then select the priority based on the text or the input. It's quite simple. So at the moment, we've got the item name. Now, that might not be the case, or it's an unlikely use case. So what I would probably do is add a text column, or you could go ahead and add another maybe a better example would be a long text column. And this could be, let's say someone submitted a case, which is an issue. So I have a major issue with the software and the system is not working at all and the business cannot access anything. Oh, that's a bad case, right? Admittedly, that's a bad case. So what we can do with our AI column is click in, go to autofill with AI, or this AI powered actions autofill this column, and then customize it. And then we can change the text that it's going to analyze. So in this case, we're now going to change it to the long text, and then I'm just going to press save and apply. This is then going to update. So it'll be interesting to see if this changes from high to critical. It doesn't seem to have changed at all, actually. So maybe I'll add this needs sorting ASAP, hit enter. that should then prompt the AI to analyze it and maybe distinguish whether this is critical, which it has done automatically based on the text that we've added, which in this particular imaginary instance has come in from a case that's been submitted by a client or a user of the system that we provide. So that's quite clever. Again, we've got tons of other options. So there are loads of other use cases. You've got assigning labels. So that's quite similar to prioritizing with AI. Assigning labels, again, I kind of discussed that moments ago. We've got summarizing updates, assigning people to automatically assign people to items. So if you wanted to test that, we've also got use AI to write any text by the item's properties. So if we went for this one, for example, this is the input that we're going to create. So this is like something I'm sure you're familiar with if you've ever used ChatGPT or Gemini. You create a custom prompt using the data points that are available on the board to give a text response. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to put here. Generate a custom prompt. There we go. Create a custom AI prompt based on the status of the project, the date, and any relevant notes. Cool. It's AI has done my job. AI has done my job of setting up AI for me. What a fantastic world we live in. And I'll just hit save and apply. Okay. So now it should generate some information about each of the items here. So again, it kind of comes down to how useful is this? The custom prompt can be entirely customized. You can see that it's kind of taken data points from all of the various data points on the item and then condensed it down into one place. We can, again, click into this, customize it as we see fit as well. And that is entirely up to you how you want to do it. So that's another AI function available. Again, I could kind of go through all of these. They all have different options. I think the extracting from file stuff is actually quite interesting. Generating documents with AI, again, quite interesting. So stuff that's probably worth looking at. Writing with AI, extracting info. Again, this is all stuff that you're probably familiar with, but it's just available inside of Monday.com now. If I click into generate docs with AI as an example, you can tell AI what to write based on the data point. So write a natural tone and keep it brief, and then you can ask it to format a document based on the data points that are submitted as per the item. Okay, and then it will create a new Monday.com doc, as you can see here, and then it kind of condenses everything into a paragraph or a one-line sentence or whatever you want. So again, more options available. Now the alternative option is to use just a standard, let's take a text column. In fact, I've already got one. So this is just a standard text column here. And there, this is some info. This is info, completely normal, nothing to do with AI. But what we can do is press a three-dotted button, go to settings, three-dotted button, AI powered actions. And then we can go ahead and we can select a function for this text column. So we can then turn the text column into an AI function. For example, we can extract information from something else into the text column. Now, a great example of this is we could extract the domain. This is quite a common one that we would do from an input. This could be, let's say, the long text column. So what we're looking to do, and I'm not going to add this. Actually, let's go ahead and do this properly. So let's go ahead and add an email. So add column to the right, add an email. And I'll put my email address in. Okay, so nick@crmcrew.com. Cool. So now what I want to do is extract the domain from the email. Okay, so what I can do is go to my text column, three-dotted button, AI autofill this column, see all, and then I want to extract info. Then I want to extract the domain from the input, the email, and then I can go ahead and press save and apply. So what will happen is we're going to extract information from one column into another column, and then you can use this however you need to or however you want to, but again, that function is then available. Now, I don't know if this is going to work because we said to update all of the existing ones, but I don't think it does. But any new column that's added or any new email that's added, it should then extract the domain, hopefully, which it has done there, which is exactly what you want it to do. Now, of course, you then have other options as well. You can customize this, you can deactivate it if you wanted to, and then you can reactivate it with the other options that you will see available: summarize, translate, custom actions. These are all things that you would have seen when you were adding columns as well, but it's just different angles to do the same thing, or different approaches to do the same thing. We quite often use the extraction of information from one column into another column. So again, if you go extract info, you can extract all of these different data points, even kind of a variable, so whatever you want, into your text column. So it's very, very flexible with what you can do. Of course, just bear in mind that there's not a 100% success rate. There are issues every now and again. We've seen that, but I think that's the case with AI generally. You can't trust your life with it, but it's getting quite close. So that's AI columns, or at least a breakdown of AI columns inside of Monday.com. Hopefully this video has been helpful. I appreciate this is just a walkthrough. It's going to require you to test it, mess around with it, see what you like, see what works, see what doesn't work. But thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you do need any help setting up Monday.com for your business, check out the link below. We would love to helk. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.